me. The New York Metropolitans just signed JD Martinez to a 1-year, $12 million deal. We are on the road. Breaking news to all you schmucks, all you beauties, guys and gals first chiming in. The Mets got their man. They got their DH. We're going live here on YouTube right now. Shout out to everyone first chiming in live on a replay. Make sure to let me know if you guys can hear me properly. Appreciated. Everybody, let me know right now. Can you hear me loud and clear? Let's effing go. JD Martinez, 30-plus bombs last year, over 100 RBIs, right around a 900 OPS. He's taken his talents to Queens. One of the best power hitters in Major League Baseball is now going to back up Pete Alonso, help protect other big bats like Francisco Lindor, Francisco Alvarez. The Mets got their guy. Let's effing go. Let's get some hype in the chat. Let's get some love going. How you doing? Thank you so much, my man Chris, with the 20 months. As always, let's effing go. How we feeling, all you beauties? My man Bobby, thank you so much for the membership. Breaking news. Guys and gals first chiming in. JD Martinez is an effing New York Metropolitan. I'm on the road. Guys, I don't know what is. Now this is, I feel like the 4th or 5th time when I have been on the road, if not more, this offseason, where a big signing has happened, right? Between David Stearns becoming official, Sean Manaea when I was in a hotel bathroom, let's think so many other ones. I was at MSG for a Knicks game when they re-signed Adam Ottavino. There's plenty more too. I mean, I guess I just need to be on the road for this to happen. I don't know what else, but guys, we have been talking about JD Martinez for how long? 2 years. Going all the way back to the 2022 MLB trade deadline. The Mets wanted this man like no tomorrow, even when he had a broken back. He stayed in Boston. He had an underwhelming 2022 season, his final year in Fenway. He then goes to the LA Dodgers, refined his swing, is healthy, back again, one of the best power hitters out there. It's a 3-year deal. Is it a 3-year deal? Is that true, guys and gals? Let me know as you're first chiming in live on a replay. Breaking news. They have got their man, JD Martinez. I hear you loud and clear. Let's go, Yoshima. Awesome member, 37 months. I feel so bad for Marky V, but I'm so later right now. Look, you got to do this at the end of the day, guys. You have to make the proper moves. This is a move, I assure you, and I've been saying this for how long, everybody. This is exactly what the Mets would have done at the MLB trade deadline. They would have bought for a bat just like this. And that's why I was saying, the Mets want JD Martinez. Everyone thinking, oh, there's no chance. There is a chance, but they want him at their price. They got him at their price. It's a 1-year, $12 million deal. Thank you so much for the clarification. I don't know who said 3 years in chat, you schmuck. I don't know. All I know is JD Martinez is an effing Met. I cannot wait. We will be going live again, guys and gals, early tomorrow. The Mets play the Yanks, but, maybe we'll do the game coverage, and then we'll talk about more of the JDM signing. Not entirely sure. I'm not rushing this one, though. This is such huge news. Apologies in advance if you hear people come in the car soon. Again, I'm on the road right now. I do not give a rat's ass. You guys know how much I've been wanting JD Martinez. You know he has been a guy that the Mets have targeted for 2 years now. They finally got him. This is so refreshing to finally land a player that the Mets have been going out of their way to try to land for a number of years now. It feels like every time there's a guy that makes perfect sense for the Mets, even in a short-term option, they still end up going elsewhere. They finally made the right move. They're like, you know what? It's a Pete Alonso walk year. We're pushing for playoffs. We're just one big bat away from really helping solidify this lineup. And they went and just got one of the best power hitters, one of the best true sluggers in Major League Baseball. All you guys and gals, go look at that man's Baseball Savant page right now. It is a thing of beauty. You're going to see a lot of red. You're going to see a lot of awesome exit velo. And you're going to see JD Martinez, one of the best power bats out there. Now, here's the question. Here's the question, right? Okay, we got JD Martinez. Now you're going to have fans come in naturally and be like, all right, he's going to regress from what we've seen. Here's the thing. Who is complaining if JD Martinez is still an 800 or so OPS batter for the Mets with, say, a 250 to 270 average, 20 to 25 home runs, 80 to 90 RBIs, even if that's 100 points less on the OPS than last season, how much does that matter to you when in reality, what kind of production were you going to get there consistently with an inexperienced Vientos, who I will say, Marky V, I'm in favor of him getting a leash, maybe more so at third base now, but Brett Beatty's looked so good this spring. It's going to be a really interesting one to evaluate, but JD Martinez is a guaranteed 25 to 30 plus home run bat, 80 to 100 plus RBIs every single season. We all know the drop-off is going to happen at some point. Even if it happens this year, the Mets are able to deal with it, knowing that even the drop-off, even say the worst version of JD Martinez, is more than likely the best production the Mets would get at the DH position. And finally, they have acquired a bat that is consistent and knows how to drive, lift the ball consistently. This is a World Series champion during his time with the Boston Red Sox. This is a guy that knows what it takes to win. He's been in the best clubhouses imaginable over there in Boston, was just there with the LA Dodgers last year after another great season that unfortunately for their sake fell short. The Mets did it. The Mets did it. Look, I would love for you to sign Jordan Montgomery too, and that's perfectly fine if you don't. I wanted the Mets to at least do one of those two moves with the guys still available out there in the market, and they did exactly that. Everyone first chiming in live on a replay. Happy to have you all in here. Make sure to smash a like and subscribe button. Hit that like button if you're pumped up like me, fellow Mets fans. JD Martinez is coming to Queens. He's coming to town, baby. It ain't Santa. It's JD Martinez. And what's he going to gift us? Maybe not normal presents, maybe 30 bombs, maybe north of 100 RBIs, maybe hopefully a playoff spot. This is the type of move that helps move the needle for you if you're the Mets here, especially if you're going to go into the regular season with the rotation configuration you currently have. You're relying heavily on your defense, you're relying heavily on your offense, and you're relying heavily on that bullpen. Offensively, though, we know how Jekyll and Hyde it can be. We know the key weapons they have there in Brandon Nimmo, Francisco Lindor, Pete Alonso, Francisco Alvarez, who's going to take the MLB by storm this year. But to have all these pieces and then add JD Martinez in the mix, right in the heart of the order. Oh, baby. How are you not excited? I want to go sprinting right now. That's how pumped up I am. I did see a donation. Let me get to that here shortly. Again, everyone first watching, happy to have you all in here. We're breaking down together. We're doing the vertical live stream, not something that I'm trying to typically do. This is something that you can see more so though, especially after games that I attend this season, whether it's opening day or wherever. We'll be doing our post-game lives like this probably in vertical format, but all the other streams per usual will have nice and fancy with the graphics. I've talked about JD Martinez so much on this channel that unless you're a new viewer, and again, I appreciate you if you are, make sure to hit that like and subscribe on. Help us get to 25K subs for our next short-term goal. We're oh so close, just a couple hundred away. Would love to have you here. But here's the thing, everybody. Here's the thing. And I cannot emphasize this enough. This is why I know I'm scrambling right now. I apologize. When the news first broke, everybody, when the news first broke, I'm across from a restaurant I was just at, Italian dinner with family. Full-blown anxiety attack. Full-blown anxiety attack. I looked at my phone, dropped it. I was like, oh my God, it's finally happened. Finally, the baseball god said, you know what, Wardy? You can have something nice today. Even if it's not going to be long, even if say he's going to be a schmuck this year, you can enjoy it now. Thank you, baseball gods. I greatly appreciate that. I'm sweating bullets and I do not care. I do not care. Let me see what donation I missed. There was a $2 haul earlier. I apologize. Let's see. Brad, thank you so much for a $2 haul. Wardy, I'm so happy that we didn't get Yamamoto. I mean, guys, anyone buying into his first start, get a clue. Come on, come on. Regardless, though, I don't care about Yamamoto right now. I care about what could have been his teammate. You know, if Shohei didn't go there, right? Because JD was with the Dodgers last year. AC bet to Mets to win World Series. Oh, who says no, baby? Who says no? And shout out, as always, guys and gals, to our amazing sponsor, BetUS. You can click the link down below. That way you two get a 125% bonus with your first 3 deposits, everybody. Guys and gals, hammer Mets playoff chances. If you're an optimistic Mets fan like me, hammer that thing. Those odds are going to change fast with JD Martinez signing official. Click the link down below. Hammer the bonus, 125 on your first 3 deposits. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Mets over, under on wins this season. Chance to make playoffs. Right now, the over under is 81.5 on the Mets regular season wins. 81.5. I know Kodai Senga is injured to start the year. I know that a lot of things could go wrong this year. I also know that this Mets team currently constructed very much is going to be in the mix to make playoffs. Even if they don't, they're going to be nipping at the heels on the outside looking in. There is certainly a possibility. They're likely going to be buyers at the trade deadline. This helps make that more of a reality. Hammer, hammer, hammer. What did Andy Martino say? Let me know in the chat, guys. Greatly appreciate it. And again, whether it's NHL in season, NBA in season, or MLB future bets that we will be doing starting, pardon me, MLB future bets we've been doing. Francisco Alvarez right now, 22.5. Pardon me, he's at 225 odds odds to have 30 home runs or more this season. Easy hammer as well, but also want to emphasize once we start our post-game shows for the regular season, we're going to be breaking down my picks and props of the day, even some unique 2-3 leg parlays for Mets games that will break down the games too. So make sure you guys chime in for it all, and shout out, as always, to BetUS for being an amazing sponsor. Only 4.5 mil this year, says Mr. Nobody. Oh, it's deferred money. All right, we taking one out of the Dodgers playbook. 700 million, 15 million deferred, 10 million deferred, 5 million deferred, whatever it is, I don't care. We'll take that every single day of the week. Deferred money. Okay, so right now it's 4.5 million. So then after that, it'll be rest of deferred payments. Vientos will be third baseman. Vientos will be splitting time with Brett Beatty now at the hot corner more than he'd be playing at the DH position. That's for sure. And that's assuming that Vientos still starts the year now on the roster, guys. The signing of JD Martinez literally changes so much on the viewpoint of, now the bench as well. Like, this changes everything now. Now you're bringing JDM in. Who's the odd man out? Because initially Chi-Man Choi looked like he was going to be the guy to crack that bench spot. Does this change now with JD Martinez? It's a great question, right? Man, oh man. 2034 through 2038. Oh my God, what? Those deferments are crazy. I mean, who cares though? Literally, who cares? Anything to help the team right now, that's all that matters to me. And that's all that matters to Cohen. Shout out to Steve. Shout out to Heyman. Guys, can we take a moment? Can we take a moment? A lot of people were talking shit. A lot of people were talking shit on John Heyman and others, saying, oh, the Mets, how Steve Cohen has given the green light to sign JD Martinez. A lot of people were saying, oh, that's a nothing burger report. He was proven right here. He literally just tweeted like an hour or two ago that the Mets and Angels have had offers in for JD Martinez, but he just isn't getting to the price point yet. Now it has happened. Thank you, JD Martinez, as well, for making the smart, savvy decision to come to an organization that might not have a lot of success like the Halos too, but at least is being ran properly in a way where that your chances to make playoffs this year are far greater on the Mets than they are the LA Angels. And I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to figure that out. Even with both these teams being mid on paper, you could rightfully argue. So shout out to JDM. I really appreciate that. That was a man that I felt was going to stay out west. So for him to take this challenge now to come to Citi Field, again, it's very much a pitcher's park. We know that. So half the season, it'll be interesting to see how he plays there. But again, I'm not expecting JD Martinez to be the guy that's going to come in right away and give us 40 home runs, 100 RBIs. If it happens, sign me the hell up. But it's not something I'm getting my hopes up for, right? If it happens, awesome. My expectations for JDM are very similar to how they would be if the Mets signed Justin Turner. What do I mean by that? I'm expecting regression. I'm not expecting him to go out and light the world on fire right away. I'm expecting there to be some Jekyll and Hyde moments. I'm expecting to get frustrated with him at times too, being a ground ball merchant at times. Those are things that you have to worry about. But at the end of the day, even a JD Martinez at his worst is really, really good for this Mets team. That's how awesome it is to have a guy who's consistently been at a bar, at a level that is among the best in Major League Baseball. And it's been like that for the past decade. I mean, he is one of the most pure, true, through and through power hitters. And oh yeah, you know how the Mets suck against lefties, which is very much a reality? Pete Alonso, everyone and their mother, just swinging and missing. Unless you're a lefty, unless you are literally Jeff McNeil, Brandon Nimmo, and at times Francisco Lindor, you don't know how to hit lefties too well on a consistent basis. JD Martinez had 1,000+ OPS against southpaws last season, folks. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. You want to know what I also love? I love a JD Martinez that can catch up to today's fastball. His bat-to-ball skills is still very much there. He can catch up to these pitches without a problem. Again, even in a decline, I am loving JD Martinez in this lineup. Can you just imagine Brandon Nimmo, Francisco Lindor, Pete Alonso, JD Martinez, Francisco Alvarez? I'm going to pass out. I'm going to pass out. That's how good it is. That's how amazing it is. Yes, this is a reality we're talking about. And if the Braves fans chiming in, the Phillies fans chiming in, the Dodgers fans chiming in, any team that's better, that's like saying, oh, you're not going to get anywhere, shut up. Let us have this, all right? I know I'm going to go through heartbreak throughout the year. I know I'm going to rant in my post-game shows. I know you guys are going to eat it up for breakfast. Let's worry about that when we get there. Let me have this. We have been on the JD Martinez train for a hot minute now, all off-season long. And for the OGs that have been following along, we've been doing this for multiple years now, okay? We deserve this. Let us have this. Enjoy every second of it. Mets got the bat that they needed most this offseason. The only ones that you could argue more is a Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani, of course, didn't want to come here. Or it could be some other options too. But JD Martinez was just always the guy that made so much sense. If it wasn't going to be Jorge Soler, yes, JD Martinez, what this also shows as well is how much you need to pay attention. When David Stearns and Steve Cohen said that we want to give a leash to the kids, that's true. You also need to understand David Stearns all offseason long, heading into spring training, saying we are never going to stop trying to pursue to make this team better. A lot of people were writing off the Mets right away that there was no chance that they would be outing. I've been very adamant this entire time that they would be outing, just to what degree. I knew that they weren't done here, so it's awesome to see them pounce, make this move, and it shows too that yes, the Mets have a formula. But if there's a guy that makes sense in their formula still that warrants, okay, if we bring him in, we're looking at our projections right now, this really might be what we need to get over the hump to crack that last wild card spot potentially. How do you not do that, right? If you're David Stearns and Steve Cohen, the same guys that are preaching that, oh yes, we believe we have a playoff caliber team this year. We are going to be pushing hard for playoffs. Not making a move like this makes that more of a head-scratching statement, especially if, say, JD signed this deal with the Angels, or say if he signed for even 10 mil, right? You know, maybe it was even lesser because the deferred payments were harder if, say, he went to the Halos or somewhere else. If that wasn't the Mets, every Mets fan and their mother, including myself, would probably be freaking out about that. Like, why couldn't we get that done? Oh, he doesn't want to come to New York. It is what it is. No, that doesn't appear to be the case. He's willing. He's here. Thank goodness he didn't go to Miami either, because the Marlins had a preliminary interest there, but they don't want to spend the dough. They're already going into a retool/rebuild for an organization that had a great year last year and is making some very boneheaded decisions, in my opinion, which I understand. They have a new man in charge. Kim is out, and the guy from the Rays is now in. And I'm blanking on his name, but you guys know who I'm talking about. How we doing, everybody? First chiming in live on a replay. We're reacting together to the news. JD Martinez is a New York Metropolitan. Oh, man, oh man. What's your excitement level, everybody? On a scale of 1 to 10, can you please share with me what your excitement level is? DJ is out. I'm not surprised at all. DJ Stewart, I expect to start the year in the minor leagues, as a matter of fact. On a scale of 1 to 10, what's the excitement level in bringing in the veteran bat here and JD Martinez? Let me see it, everybody. Spam it down below. We'll go through it together. Again, everybody chiming in. I did see another donation. I did not see who sent it, however. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Donations do mean a lot. We have north of 800 live viewers. Continue smashing that like and subscribe button, guys. Like I said, if you're new, we do consistent coverage on all things Mets all season and off season long, regardless on if I'm on the road or not. We're going to have multiple people interacting with the channel this year beyond just me. We're going to be having consistent post-game shows basically after every game for the most part this season. We're going to be having new segments as well that you might see in either pre-game, during the game, after the game as well. New segments, a lot of awesome guests that we're going to be having on. And again, because of you guys, this is why you guys are reacting with me together. And we got 800 people in here that just want to hear my opinion and us react together. Thank you guys so much for the endless support. Road to 25K. We're oh so close. And thank you all so much in advance, guys. You're absolute beauties. And stay tuned. We just did a WardyNYM signed jersey giveaway on the channel. We will be doing another giveaway on the channel very soon, as we're oh so close to opening day. So be on the lookout for it, everybody. But again, thank you all so much for the endless support here, everybody. Look at the excitement level. I'm seeing everybody. You guys are crazy. Oh my goodness.